Welcome to Comfort TV, the channel news, bringing you verified and balanced news from Nigeria and around the world. I am Faith Kevin. Thanks for joining us again this morning. In the headlines, Pengasan expresses concern over alleged mass sack at Dangote refinery. Nigerian education advocate sets Guinness World Record. NYSC swears in 2,157 corps members in Anambra. Olubadan directs Ekiti local government chairman to hold citizens' engagements. Borno police confirms death of 3 children found in packed car. New Olubadan asks for Ibadan state before 2027. On business news, NNEW's targeted interventions help women entrepreneurs stay ahead. Nigeria loses 2.5 trillion naira to maritime logistics inefficiencies. On the foreign scene, Trump's administration considering new plan to reduce cheap import. Still on the foreign scene, Microsoft blocks Israel's use of some services after review over mass surveillance of Palestinians. And on sports, Sergio Busquets to retire after MLS season. Flying Eagles promise Nigerians a stronger, wiser team at Chile 2025. Now the news. The Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, Pengasan, has expressed concern over the alleged mass sack and intimidation of workers at the Dangote Petroleum Refinery and Petrochemicals after joining Pengasan. This is contained in a letter to the zonal chairman of Pengasan Lagos Zone and jointly signed by the members of the Caretaker Committee CTC of the newly unionized branch in Abuja. The signatories include Mr. Esil Gene Choice, CTC branch secretary, and Mr. Abdul Fatai Muhammad, CTC branch chairman, on behalf of the union. The committee alleged that management issued a termination notice addressed to all staff of the refinery a few hours after workers affirmed their membership of Pengasan during a verification meeting. The committee alleged that management withdrew staff buses, forcing members to spend as much as 4,000 naira on transportation, and denied them entry into the refinery premises while expatriates were allowed access. The CTC also accused the management of targeting union leaders for arrest and intimidation. The committee also described the action as a violation of Section 40 of the 1999 Constitution as amended, which guaranteed workers the right to freedom of association. Meanwhile, Chief General Manager of Human Asset Management at Dangote Group, Mr. Femi Adekunle, said the reorganization followed multiple cases of reported sabotage across refinery units that posed major safety risks. He said the management was left with no choice but to carry out a total reorganization of the refinery, resulting in a disengagement of the affected staff. A Nigerian teacher and education advocate, Mr. Sheyi Anifowoshe, has been confirmed by the Guinness World Record to have set a record for the highest gathering of teachers in a single location in recorded history. Mr. Anifowoshe pulled off the feat on 20th September with a teachers' conference which was built to attract 60,000 teachers from across Nigeria to draw the attention of policymakers to the importance of education and the plight of Nigerian teachers. Announcing the win through a Zoom call, Rishi Nath, who represented the Guinness World Record, commended Mr. Anifowoshe and his team, while pointing out that it focuses on an issue that should be on the front burner of policy and dialogue nationally. Rishi further commended the resolve of the team behind the project and underscored their resolve and commitment to making the event a success. The conference, powered by 1 million teachers, turned Tafawa Balewa Square, where Nigeria once declared its independence, into the site of another proud national moment, a global recognition of those who build nations in the classroom. The next phase of engagement will see Anifowoshe and his team engage the National Assembly for policy reforms to improve education and boost teachers' welfare. The National Youth Service Corps, NYSC, has sworn in no fewer than 2,157 corps members for the 2025 Batch B Stream 2 orientation course in Anambra State. The state coordinator of the NYSC, Ms. Pauline Ojusua in Anambra State, disclosed this during the swearing-in ceremony at the Unity Permanent Orientation Camp, Onwawolumbauku, in Awka South local government area. According to her, the new corps members comprise 1,128 males and 1,029 females. She explained that the orientation program was aimed at instilling the values of discipline, patriotism, leadership and national unity in core members, while also equipping them with physical fitness, citizenship training, skills acquisition, and social integration. Mrs. Ojiswa, however, expressed concern over the inadequate accommodation facilities at the camp, especially for officials and partnering agencies. She appealed to Governor Chukwuma Soludo to intervene and improve the infrastructure to ensure a more conducive training environment. The coordinator also appreciated the Anambra government for its ongoing support and commended agencies such as the Army, Police, DSS, NDLEA, Civil Defense, Red Cross, and Man o' War for their contributions. Declaring the orientation camp open, Governor Soludo, represented by the Commissioner for Youth Development, Mr. Patrick Anambra, reiterated his administration's commitment to improve facilities at the orientation camp to ensure corps members' comfort and welfare. He urged the corps members to take their oath of allegiance seriously, describing it not as a mere ritual, but as a solemn commitment to uphold value of service, integrity, unity, and sacrifice. Ekiti State Governor His Excellency Biodun Oyebanji has directed local government chairmen in the state to hold citizens' engagement before preparing their 2026 budgets. The governor said such engagements, similar to those conducted by his administration at the state level, would ensure that projects included in council budgets reflect the needs of the people. He gave the directive at Ekiti, headquarters of Mobile Local Government and Ijero Ekiti, in Ijero Council during the town hall meeting and citizens' engagement for the 2026 budget preparation in Ekiti North and Ekiti Central Senatorial District. He restated his administration's commitment to always connect with the people in the grassroots to involve them in governance. Representatives of the 10 local government areas in the 2 senatorial districts presented their requests, which included township and inter-community roads, electricity, potable water, hospitals, schools, ambulances, palaces, security and empowerment initiatives. Responding, the governor promised to devote a significant portion of the 2026 budget to provide credit facilities for artisans and the informal sector to boost grassroots economy. He, however, lamented that his administration had to repay over 2 billion naira in unpaid microcredit loans from past governments due to beneficiaries' failure to return the fund. The governor also highlighted gains from the state's investment in commercial agriculture, saying young farmers in one of the clusters had earned over 1 million naira in 3 months. He noted that clearing more hectares of land had helped curb kidnapping and other criminal activities. The Borno State Police Command has confirmed the death of 3 children whose lifeless bodies were recovered in a parked car belonging to Zana Jaridama, and which was very sudden and unnatural. 2 of the victims were the biological children of Jaridama, while the other victim was a child of the neighbor. Many conflicting reports have said the children were abducted by yet-to-be-identified individuals after Malam Jaridama appeared on Facebook criticizing some politicians and government officials, alleging that they offer no contribution to the government despite occupying better official positions. Another report also said the children were playing inside the car, which was parked inside the house, and got trapped without rescue and ended up suffocating. But the police public relations officer, ASP Kenneth Dasso, in a press statement said the Commissioner of Police, CP Naziru Abdul Majid, has ordered a discreet investigation to unravel the circumstances surrounding the unfortunate incident. He extended the command's deepest condolences to the bereaved families and assured the public that the outcome of the investigation will be communicated in due course. The command urges members of the public to remain calm and continue to cooperate with the police by providing credible and timely information. The 44th Olubadan Oba Rashidi Ladoja has called for the creation of a state of Ibadan. The new monarch, while addressing the people of Ibadan after receiving the staff of office from Governor Seyi Makinde, asked President Bola Tinubu to make the creation of Ibadan State happen before 2027. Speaking at the occasion, Governor Makinde said the emergence of Ladoja as the 44th traditional leader of the ancient city is a source of pride to the people of Ibadan. ComfortTV.channel news returns shortly with business, foreign, and sports news. Many thanks for staying tuned. This is Comfort TV, the channel news on business. The Chairman Board of Directors of the AG Mortgage Bank PLC, Ambassador Felix Nwabuko, has disclosed that Nigeria's housing sector has contributed over 11 trillion naira to the nation's GDP in 2024, according to figures from the National Bureau of Statistics (NBS). Despite this milestone, he noted that the country's housing deficit still stands at more than 28 million units. Nwabuko made this known in Abuja during a presentation of the bank's 2024 annual reports and accounts held in commemoration of its 20th anniversary. He highlighted that the federal government's renewed hope agenda gained traction in 2024 with greater emphasis on affordable house delivery, housing finance reform, land tilting, and stronger partnerships with private sector stakeholders. He explained that AG Mortgage Bank continues to play a pivotal role in supporting national housing initiatives, citing the rising adoption of the policy that enables retirement savings account holders to access 25% of their pension balances for home equity contributions. According to him, the scheme has helped narrow Nigerians' housing financial gap. He, however, listed persistent challenges facing the mortgage ecosystem, to include poor access to long-term capital, insufficient supply of low-cost housing stock, high construction costs, slow foreclosure processes, and inefficiencies in land administration. Still on business news, Truck Transit Parks (TTP), promoters of the Electronic Call-Up System (ETO), have revealed that Nigeria has lost over 2.5 trillion naira to inefficiencies in maritime transport logistics. The firm stated that investments in transport infrastructure and technology remains critical to unlocking the full trade potential of Nigeria's ports, highways, and the wider regional corridor. Speaking at the 2025 Transportation Correspondents Association Annual Conference, Managing Director of TTP, Mr. Jama Onwa-Buariri, said that there is an urgent need for collaborative partnership between government, private sectors, and regional bodies, which is key to successful logistics sector. Mr. Onwa-Buariri also said the deployment of digital tools like TTP's Eto app has revolutionized traffic management at the ports in Lagos. He explained that during the gridlock crisis, traffic stretched from Sele Expressway to Maryland in Ikeja as trucks queued endlessly to access Apapa and Tin Can Port. The Federal Airport Authorities of Nigeria (FAN) has unveiled plans to introduce cashless payment systems across all airports in the country. The initiative would take off at Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, and Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, beginning September 29. According to FAN, the move is designed to provide travelers with faster, safer, and more seamless services through secure contactless payment options. The agency explained that the transition is part of efforts to meet the rising demand of modern transparent payment systems and to keep Nigeria's airports in line with global digital standards. To ensure a smooth rollout, trained ambassadors have been deployed to access gates and terminals to assist travelers with the new system. The statement signed by the management reads that the Federal Airport Authority, in partnership with Paystack, is proud to announce the rollout Operation Go Cashless, a cashless contactless payment solution across all airports, beginning with Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, and Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. In addition, passengers can now obtain a FAN Go Cashless card at any airport access gate in Lagos and Abuja, and after collection, the users are encouraged to activate and fund their cards immediately by visiting the website. On the foreign scene, the U.S. government is considering a new plan to drastically cut the United States reliance on chips produced elsewhere in an effort to promote American manufacturing and alter global supply chains. The objective of the strategy is for chip makers to produce the same quantity of semiconductors in the U.S. as their clients purchase from foreign manufacturers. The new strategy is the outcome of President Donald Trump's statement from last month that tech businesses which increase their investments in the U.S. will be exempt from up to 100% of semiconductor tariffs. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick has discussed the notion with leaders in the chip business and told them that it could be necessary for economic security. Under the new plan, if a firm promised to construct 1 million chips in the U.S., it would be credited with that quantity over time, allowing the company and its clients to import until the factory was finished without having to pay customs. There may be a relief at the beginning of the process to provide businesses time to adapt and expand U.S. capacity. The new plan may challenge big tech firms such as Apple and Dell, which import products from abroad, while it may cause a boom for the companies increasing U.S. production such as TSMC, Micron Technology, and Global Foundries. The additional chip tariffs are anticipated to be announced following the conclusion of the administration's trade investigation into the impact of chip imports on national security. Still on the foreign scene, Microsoft says it has stopped providing some of its cloud and AI services to Israel's Ministry of Defense following a report in Britain's Guardian newspaper, which alleged Israel used the services to conduct mass surveillance of Palestinians in Gaza and the Israeli-occupied West Bank. According to reports published in August in conjunction with Israeli outlets, it was reported that Microsoft's Azure cloud platform was used to store recordings of millions of cell phone calls made by Palestinians. These calls could be played back by intelligence officers, and according to reports, 3 sources were cited within Unit 8200 who said the database was used to help shape military operations in Gaza and the West Bank and to prepare deadly airstrikes by helping with research to identify bombing targets in Gaza. A source told newsmen that during the planning of an airstrike or an individual in a densely populated area of Gaza, officers would use the system to examine calls made by other people in the immediate vicinity. Other sources told reporters that the use of data was initially focused on the West Bank, which Israel's military controls. News reports that leaked Microsoft files suggested a large proportion of the sensitive data was potentially being stored in Microsoft data centers in Ireland and the Netherlands. After the publication of the report, several sources told newsmen that the repository of intercepted calls, as much as 8,000 terabytes of data, had been held in a Microsoft data center in Netherlands. But within days of its report being published in early August, the data appeared to have been moved out of the country. Microsoft said it had informed the Israeli Ministry of Defense that it would be halting and disabling its use of some specific subscriptions and services. Intelligence sources told newsmen that Unit 8200 planned to transfer the data from Microsoft servers to the Amazon Web Services cloud platform. Neither the Israel Defense Forces nor Amazon replied to requests for comment. On sports, Inter Miami's former Barcelona and Spain star Sergio Busquets has announced his retirement from football at the end of the 2025 Major League Soccer season. The 37-year-old midfielder made the announcement in a social media post. An elegant, skillful player known for his poise and calmness on the ball, Busquets is widely regarded as one of the best defensive midfielders in history. He retired from international football after the 2022 World Cup and in 2023 headed to the United States to link up with former Barcelona teammate Lionel Messi at Inter Miami. Real Madrid coach Xabi Alonso has hailed his former midfield partner with Spain ahead of his retirement. Still on sports, Flying Eagles coach Aliou Zubeiru and captain Daniel Bameyi have drawn a firm line ahead of Nigeria's Under-20 World Cup opener in Chile, warning that qualifications from the group stage is non-negotiable, while insisting the squad is stronger and more prepared than in 2023. The Flying Eagles have arrived at the 2025 FIFA Under-20 World Cup in Chile with a mix of quiet confidence and firm resolve. Coach Zubeiru's side ended preparations on a high note with the 3-1 win over Australia in midweek, having earlier drawn 1-1 with host Chile. But the coach was quick to play down any talk of favorites, insisting his players will treat every opponent with respect. The Flying Eagles, 2-time runners-up at the World Cup, began their campaign against Norway, followed by Saudi Arabia on October 1 before closing the group stage against Colombia on October 4. Nigeria have won a record 5 world titles at under-17 level, but the under-20 World Cup has remained elusive. And that's our news bulletin for today, but before we go, here is a recap of our top stories. Pengasan expresses concern over alleged mass sack at Dangote refinery. Nigeria education advocate sets Guinness World Record. NYSC swears in 2,157 core members in Anambra State. Olubadan directs Ekiti local government chairman to hold citizens' engagements. Borno police confirms death of 3 children found in packed car. New Olubadan asks for Ibadan State before 2027. On business news, Nigeria's housing sector contributes 11 trillion naira to GDP in 2024. Nigeria loses 2.5 trillion naira to maritime logistics inefficiencies. FAN to launch cashless payment operations at Lagos and Abuja airports. On the foreign scene, Trump's administration considering new plans to reduce cheap imports. Microsoft blocks Israel's use of some services after review over mass surveillance of Palestinians. And on sports, Sergio Busquets to retire after MLS season. Flying Eagles promise Nigerians a stronger, wiser team at Chile 2025. Thanks for watching. For breaking news, exclusive interviews and more, follow us online at ComfortTV.channel on all platforms. Remember to like and share our videos, subscribe to our channel, and click on the notification bell so you don't miss out on any updates. I am Faith Gavin. Until next time, stay informed, stay connected.